Hi, this week's Parsha is Parshas Naso. It's my older brother's bar mitzvah Parsha back from like 1979. And it's also my daughter's graduation from high school, Mazel Tov Lina. Anyway, something really cool in this week's Parsha. So, when we talk about the gifts from the 12 princes of the tribes, the first thing that we always learn growing up is that the princes gave the same gift, one after the other. So if you're learning the Torah, it's really easy because even though it's so long, it's the same thing practically every few verses, the same gift. So the lesson that we learned was that they did not want to up anybody else, so everybody came in with the same gift that they gave towards the Mishkan. But what the interesting lesson that you have in this week's Parsha is something that is said in passing, but people don't realize, is that when they brought all the gifts, instead of having 12 carriages or carts filled with all the stuff, they actually only had 6. So 2 tribes were sharing one of the carts for their set of gifts. And so it reminds me that there's a pasuk we say in Az Yashir, Ze'eli v'anvehu, this is my God and I will glorify him. And the second part is and this is the God of my father, and I will raise him up. So there's really 2 sides to each of our personalities. There's the side that says, I have this relationship with God, and when we are communicating with God, there's this idea that we should all be the same and not try to one-up each other, which has always been a personal question for me about trying to have the fancy lulav and fancy esrog. I think that really there's this notion of the model of the 12 tribes that we should try to have this kind of sameness when we're dealing with God. But when we're dealing with people, it's of Elokei Aviv v'Aromamenhu, we're not alone anymore. That's the other side of it. Even though we're talking about God, it's the God of my father. So when the tribes were combining the gift, that was the Elokei Aviv Romenhu. I'm not alone. I'm part of another tribe, or I'm part of my father. So these are the 2 things that we're trying to put together. And so have a great week, and think about the ways that you can integrate the 2 sides of your personality as one. Thank you.